July 28. God hears. In my distress I called upon the Lord and cried out to my God. He heard my voice from his temple, and my cry came before him, even to his ears. Psalms 18:6. There were times during the life of David when he found himself in difficult places. David fled from King Saul, met rebellions and insurrections, resisted enemies, and waged battles. Consider David's prayer. In my distress I called upon the Lord and cried out to my God. He heard my voice. Psalm 18:6. Notice what David says and what he doesn't say. He was in distress. He called upon God. God heard him. But David says nothing about God answering his prayer. God is not heard saying, "David, I've got your back." Yet David is not swayed. He tells us he cried to God and God heard him. That was all the assurance David needed. God heard him. You pray for grandma to get well, or to retain your job, or that your child arrives home safely. It might be that you get what you ask for, and it might be that you do not. We don't always understand why God permits one thing while not permitting another. But we can know that God hears. Every single prayer God hears. Pray for a friend or for your children to come to faith in Christ, and you can know God heard that prayer. Pray for someone who is gravely ill, and you have the assurance God heard that prayer. You can trust God and leave your petitions and concerns with Him. When you pray, God hears your prayer. Were there prayers David prayed that were not answered in the way he desired? Of course. There is no doubt David prayed for Absalom, but Absalom was killed in battle and died a rebel. David spent a week praying for his sick child, but the child did not recover and died. Ours is to pray. God's is to hear, which He always does, and to answer according to His perfect will. Knowing that God hears is enough. We can trust His heart and know that in every situation He will do what is best.